Good evening, Jeff Dawson here, author of the Baseball Coaching Manual from Little League to High School, Volumes 1 and 2. Instead of doing a political post, which there have been more than an abundance of, since the owners and the Players Union, the MLB, have appeared to have gotten their act together, I'm still not holding my breath. I still think something is going to upset this when they report to training camp, whether it's another outbreak of the COVID or some players aren't happy with the safety protocols put in place. I'm just holding my reservations. However, that aside, let's say they do play. Well, there's an issue that I really want to cover that always just aggravates the hell out of me when I watch a game and I listen to the brain surgeon analyst start dissecting the balls that come across the plate and the catcher's relationship to the plate and the umpire's position related to where the catcher is and the ball crosses the plate. Now, as a player, I was a coach, and I've been an umpire. I did that on and off about 15 years. And the one thing that just aggravates the hell out of me is when these announcers say, well, the catcher framed that pitch. Do you think we as umpires don't know what's going on behind the plate? Oh, well, Joe, look where he held that. He should have gotten that call, even though the ball was 6 inches off the plate. Because the catcher supposedly framed it, it should be called a strike. Wrong. I've been behind the plate. I've had catchers pick a ball that was too high or definitely too far outside and bring it in. And when they did it, I would just lean down and say, kid, if you want the call, don't move your glove. But the analysts don't bring that up. They kind of forget that. You can see it on TV, especially with all the high-definition cameras that they've got out there now. You can tell if the catcher moves his glove. You move your glove, you forget that as an umpire, we're tracking the pitch from the time it leaves the pitcher's hand, in flight, to the plate, in relationship to the batter, from the knees to the belt buckle, or just below the numbers, whatever strike zone that league has instituted. We are watching that. We see where the ball hits the catcher's mitt. We see where he receives it. We see where he catches it. So what in the hell makes you think we don't see when he moves it? Yeah, if a pitcher is hitting his spots through the game consistently, not 1 out of 20, not 1 out of 10, but 1 out of 1, you consistently hit your spots, so it's an inch or 2 off the plate. Well, batter, you better be swinging. But if the catcher receives that ball that's a little bit inside and moves his glove, oh, it's a ball. And the announcers lose their minds. Well, he framed that pitch. No, he moved his glove. He moved his glove. And when I was a coach, I told my catchers, I instructed them, don't move your glove. You move your glove, you don't get the call. Catch it where it is. Let the umpire process what he saw. He will think about the pitches he's seen through the game. And you got a 50-50 chance he'll call that a strike or a ball. And I don't want to even talk about the electronic stuff that they're wanting to institute in the minor leagues. That's a whole different ballgame. But the point is, You move the glove, you don't get the call. Catchers, you hear me? Move the glove, you don't get the call. If your coach tells you to move the glove, well, you couldn't hear him. You hold it there. We're watching. We see where it came across. We know how that pitcher has been throwing each day. For both sides, we know our strike zone. You move your glove, that could have been strike three. That could have been the end of an inning. That could have been the game-ending strike call, but you moved your glove. You don't get the call. So when you hear these analysts start yammering, because that's all they do. They're just a bunch of damn bobbleheads and blah, 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 blah. But, if they'd ever shut the hell up and watch the game, they might learn something. Oh, God forbid that happens. You hold that glove and don't move it. We see what's going on. In fact, I called a game, this was, let's just say 12 years ago, Dallas Christian. And we do miss calls, and this is a good example of why you don't move your glove. Pitcher let loose a brilliant fastball. I mean, I can still picture it today. Bam! Right on the corner. And I called it a ball. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I called it a ball. The catcher started to turn his head. I said, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, the batter stepped out. He took the one step out of the box, looked down third base, got the signal from his coach, and I leaned down in that catcher's ear and said, hey, can he do it again? Catcher didn't move. Called the same pitch. I mean, it was right there again. Boom! That was strike three. That ended the inning. The catcher, he looked at me, and so no one else could hear, I said, I just wanted to see if he could do it again. And I heard the catcher's, his coach asked him what was wrong with the other pitch, and he's kind of laughing. He goes, Blue said he wanted to see if he could throw it again. I mean, it was right there. It was on that outside corner. It was about an inch off, but it was right where a good batter with the game on the line would not have stood there like a totem pole or Paul Bunyan and said, I'm going to walk. No, not today, because all through the game, that had been a strike. I love the inside corner. I like the outside corner. That, to me, excites the game. But getting back to the point of framing, there is no such thing. If you catch that ball and it's a couple inches off the plate, but your pitcher has been consistent all game long, you'll get that call. You pull that glove in, and you just shortened your pitcher's strike zone. You have hurt the cause of your team and your pitcher. A good catcher, and this is what I taught my kids, the strike zone is the umpires. It's not yours. It's not the pitchers. It's not the other coach. And it sure the hell isn't the fans hooting and hollering that never called a game in their life. Excuse me. It is the umpire strike zone. And it is your responsibility to catalog what he is and what he isn't calling, relay that to your pitcher, and relay that to your coach so he's not over there having a conniption fit on every pitch that he thinks should be a strike. And you've seen it game after game after game after game after game. Yes, some days we do have bad games. I've had bad games. But if we're good, we learn from our mistakes and we move on and call a better game the next time. We don't like calling bad games. It defeats the purpose of playing the game, and it gets everyone in a bad mood. We, as umpires, need to be invisible. Call the game, nobody realizes who called it, the game's over, somebody won, and everybody goes home happy. But it's the catcher's responsibility, as I said, to learn the umpire's strike zone. And if he likes it inside, a little bit off the plate, just a little bit below the knees, and the same thing on the outside, don't move your mitt. Don't pull it in. So if this season does kick off, now I've watched some of this Korean ball, and they have a different culture and a different attitude on balls and strikes, so I can't make a comparison there. But in America, we get mighty fired up over the strike zone issue. Don't move your mitt. Hold it there. Let the umpire make the call. If he calls it a ball, okay. It's a ball. Pull it in just a little bit. Test the corners. Test the height of the strike zone. See what he's going to call. See what he isn't going to call. And when you get in that rhythm, and your pitcher gets in the rhythm, and the umpire gets in the rhythm, you're going to have a bang, 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 bang game. Provided your pitcher is on that day and isn't flailing around trying to find the strike zone. But I can't stress it enough. Do not listen to the quote, fumbling, bumbling analysts. Hold your glove in place. Don't move it. And you just might get the call you're looking for.